Thank you, Dr. Samyukta. And next talk is on CVI, the experiences from Government Medical College by Dr. Sujatha. She is additional professor in ophthalmology, Government Medical College, Thrissur.
Good morning to all. I thank KSOS and Dr. Geeta for the opportunity. My presentation aims at sharing our experience in starting a CVA clinic at Government Medical College, Thrissur. My interactions with Professor Dattan during the CVA workshop I attended was inspirational and was in starting a CVA clinic. And practical hands-on experience I got from the CVA clinic of Palakkad under Dr. Geeta was also of great help. Started jointly by the departments of ophthalmology and pediatrics, our clinic started functioning on the January 9th of 2023. It is attached to the Regional Early Intervention Center and Autism Clinic, which works or functions at the OP annex of our medical college. Word above Regional Early Intervention Center, it's a team of pediatricians, various therapists like physiotherapists, speech therapists, psychologists, psychotherapists, and social workers who are working under the Social Security Mission of Kerala. They have many functions and programs, of which I think the most important or relevant to us is the early detection, intervention, and management of children with development delays. So our clinic attached to the Regional Early Intervention Center adopts an interdisciplinary approach. That is, a child with CVI may have other problems. So all the services the child requires is got under same roof. And there is communication and interaction between different departments so that a proper or the ideal strategy can be, intervention strategy can be selected. So this is what usually happens in the intervention center. A child with development delay is first seen by the pediatrician who assesses the systemic condition, rules out any motor, sensory, or any intellectual issue, and refers him or her to the CVA clinic where we assess the visual functions. And there are certain children who come directly to CVA clinic. So after our evaluation will be seen by the pediatrician also. Though sharing the same floor as the pediatric OPD, our clinic is in a sheltered and quiet corner. There is plenty of space in the waiting area, and walls are painted neutral white, and effort is taken to provide a clutter-free environment. Though you see so many of our apparatus for testing, all are kept inside the table and taken only when necessary. And there is also provision to change the ambient lighting of the room for children who work better in the scotopic conditions. So this is our approach for a child who comes for evaluation, who comes to our CVA clinic. First, we take, after recording a detailed history, we do a medical record evaluation to understand the condition. Then we move on to the visual assessment. So we also make the parents of the children fill up a validated CVI inventory in Malayalam. So there will be some children who are not seen early by any ophthalmologist. Such children, we do a detailed anterior and posterior segment evaluation. Then in all children, we assess the power of accommodation and also do a refraction assessment. Then, as she said, we move on to vision assessment. Visual acuity assessment is usually we take the age-matched test, and in young children, we prefer the Lea paddles, which make use of the forced choice preferential looking principle. Then contrast sensitivity, which is very necessary to have a to establish a basic data and to know the working distance, is tested by hiding Heidy test, and then we get a basic idea. Then field of vision is tested usually by Leah Flicker Wand. And here you can see that the child only is interested to look only in the superior fields. Then how well he uses the vision he has, that is basically the dorsal stream function is tested to rule out any optic ataxia, that is visually guided movement, how he performs well in this field. Then whether he is able to match shapes and colors, that is tested by the Leah puzzle. Then whether what is his understanding of the perception of orientation by Leah mailbox. Then we have converted a part of our clinic into a visual stimulation area where such activities can be demonstrated and carried out. Then our optometrist is trained in CVI. So she visits the high risk NICU twice a week and tries to pick up children with high risk for CVI. And they are asked to come to have an early appointment where we can administer early intervention. So these are the services we have right next door to our clinic. We have the medical officer's room, then clinical psychologist who can assess IQ in older children and also counsel the family. And then speech therapist. So here our idea of vision can be also communicated to a speech therapist so that she can work better. Then also physiotherapy and also occupational therapy is carried out. So here the second picture, the child with suspected inferior field is trained to climb down the stairs. Usually if posterior parietal lobe lesions, there will be an inferior field defect. Child finds it difficult to climb down the stairs. This child she doesn't have an absolute field defect, but some neglect is there. So what is important is that a child who is coming for CVI assessment can also have their physiotherapy appointment and speech therapy appointment, whatever is needed, on the same day. And providing all services under one roof is appreciated by parents of our patients who are usually from a low socioeconomic group. This is our profile of patients. We have screened 43 patients with CVI, of which the commonest etiology is, as usual, is similar to the literature, hypoxic, ischemic, and encephalopathy. Then age of presentation varied from 2 months to 7.5 years. Number of low-functioning CVI patients is alarmingly high. That is one of the major problems. And that is also one of our challenges because CVI therapy is very difficult. The child with a low functioning CVI has other problems also. So it is very difficult to motivate them to start, continue and maintain therapy. Then there is one thing, we only saw 4 patients with high functioning CVI. That is, are we missing out children with high functioning CVI? So, should we screen children with trivial insult like an episode of hypoglycemia or epilepsy for these features? And there is another big group of patients who come later, much later, with learning problems to ophthalmology. And such patients, are they having CVI characteristics? Should we screen them? So this is because we had a child who came to us at 5 years, as he has started schooling. He's because I have videos, but I can't show them because they have not allowed. The mother took the child to our clinic for learning day. He cannot copy anything from the board. And so when we examined, we found that he already was seen in the pediatric OPD 4 years back. He had a stomy and in a postnatal period, and he was advised frequent reviews, but he did not turn up. Now, when he has started schooling and there is problem there, they have come. Somebody suggested CVI clinic and came to us. Then, when we examined, we found that he cannot recognize his own face in the class photo. So this temporal lobe affected. Also, when we gave balls to play, he cannot play football. Is the posterior parietal lobe part affected? We don't know. We are working on that. So that is all. We are in an infant stage. We only 10 months. We hope to improve upon it. I stop my presentation with special thanks to our RAIC team and also Dr. Geeta for the encouragement and support. Thank you all.